But do you see that? Fire is catching. And if we burn, you burn with us.
Okay, maybe that's a tad dramatic, but Katniss Everdeen makes a pretty good point, Mayor Turner. Why aren't you helping the firefighters get their deserved day at the ballot box? We've even offered to help count the petitions for free. More than 60,000 people have viewed our first video on Facebook in less than 48 hours. Offers of help are coming in. A Pasadena businessman even says he'll arrange a busload of senior citizens to help us count. So we've waited for your phone call. It hasn't come, but I think you know the number. We've also found another possible way to help give firefighters the raise they've earned. The company EcoHub. They've offered to save the city up to $40 million a year to get rid of our trash. No financial risk to the city. Why are you holding on to our garbage so hard?
And I'm not going to allow you to do it, even if you're a reporter.
Let me finish.
I am not going to allow you to do it, even if you are a reporter. I'm not going to allow you to do it.
You seem so angry when reporters ask.
Why are you carrying one bin's water?
I'm simply curious about something.
But
Sir, I have asked your administration numerous questions.
And I am curious as to why you are carrying a vendor's water.
But now we know exactly why EcoHub was right to protest rather than bid when you decided to issue a new bid last October for a completely different kind of recycling. They'd spent almost 6 years working with the city hand in hand. They won their own bid. They were in the final negotiations on a huge contract when you came into office. Your economic advisor told you in the very first days to finish the deal, that it was good for Houstonians. But instead, you started the new bid, now mired in scandal. EcoHub filed a protest. You ignored it. And you really want us all to now believe that if only EcoHub had spent more money, they might have had a chance to win? Really?
One man had an opportunity to go through the RFP process, just like the other 5 vendors did. They chose not to.
And you laughed it off when reporters kept asking the logical questions. Why would a city in financial trouble turn down money?
Is everybody got that? Is it out your system on that one?
Just one problem. We now have mounting evidence that you are not telling Houstonians the whole truth. Here's why. The city of Houston is fighting to keep a lot of the records on this smelly deal secret, but we now have just a few emails that you really should explain. In April 2016, the chief procurement officer for the city was already working on that new bid, the one that's in so much trouble. And he wanted to write it so it would encourage bidders to consider programs similar to One Bin. Here's the email. Solid waste employees were pushing back. The city's economic boss, Andy Icken, wrote, quote, "Nowhere in the proposed RFP language are we referencing One Bin type language." But here's the killer email, the one solid waste boss Harry Hayes sent on April 13th to the procurement office. I've elevated this matter to Mayor Turner for final resolution. As I stated to you some time ago, the mayor declared One Bin dead. And now you're telling Houstonians over and over again that if only EcoHub had decided to bid again, that they might actually have a chance to win, when you made sure the RFP excluded them.
One bin had an opportunity to go through the RFP process, just like the other 5 vendors did. They chose not to.
And that's why there are lots of questions. You were in office just a couple of weeks. What was so horrible about a plan that might save taxpayers millions of dollars? And was it a coincidence that your death proclamation for One Bin came right after you were renegotiating the contract with the waste management company? And why did you string along EcoHub founder George Gitchell for months, meeting with him in August, if the deal was dead? Why didn't you tell your closest outside advisors, like Marvelette Hunter, who is now your chief of staff, not to waste any time helping the guy if the deal was dead? Houstonians want to know. You think you've been played.
Completely played.
Getting hosed. Sort of like what you're doing to the firefighters right now. It's time for City Council to demand release of the EcoHub records. They've had to sue the city to see the records that all of us have a right to see. We can only imagine now what else there is to see in Harry Hayes' emails. And yours. The lawsuit is in Judge Kristen Hawkins' court. Hopefully, she'll make the city tell us the whole truth. Mayor, don't the firefighters who helped get you elected deserve that fairness? Don't Houston taxpayers deserve to know why we are passing on an offer that could save taxpayers money rather than keep spending more of it with other companies?
Has everybody got that? Is it out y'all system on that one?
Nah, Mayor, it's really not that funny.